Lori, I was wondering where you were. I hadn't seen you. Did you travel with your sisters? Sister Lori Jacobson is in the house. Ursula! The first two people that are always in the studio. Ursula and Lori. How amazing. How amazing. So choose any playlist you like if you want any music, everything that's on, it says vinyasa. So 2 blocks, a blanket and a strap. This will be the plan. You keep opening across the chest and using that to create the binds through the back. And the opening through the front body will turn into camel and will potentially turn into the splits. So, this might be my take. And as ever, if you have only 30 minutes, then the 30 minutes is such a great way to begin. It's just enough. It's definitely where I'll go on a daily practice. I feel better, I feel grounded, I feel clear-headed. I have a sense of being in all the aspects of my body without so much uncertainty. And the second half will get a little bit deeper, bringing it into the bigger, fuller postures. And the third half, we will potentially, I'm going to watch the clock a little bit today and be able to take it into one of the quick kriyas. There's a new quick kriya that's up on the website, and it's called Reset Your Brain. Very, very simple movements. Very, very simple movements. And they're flushing through the backs of the shoulders. You'll access through the back of the neck, the base of the skull. And you begin to really clear your head. And it's a great way to finish out what we've done, because you've created this like sense of self, and then you bring it all the way up and out. So we will see. Let's put that all together if we can. So we'll begin standing. We will begin standing. So setting your blocks, blankets, things aside. Get everything out of the way. Jenna! Susan, look at this. So good. So So if we start standing, you're going to come to stand with your feet wide on your mat, your hands on your hips, and just begin to swing across. Have a strong flex in your foot. Keep your leg nice and straight. Each one becomes an exhalation. To X, to X, to X, to X. And as you're going, see if you can begin to lift your chest a little more clearly. And begin to reach out through the outer edge of your pinky toes. And you're finding the length of your hamstrings. You're finding your outer hip. That's what I'm saying. Good. And you're moving into and through the place that's a little bit resistant. You're moving into and through the place of inertia. And you're just finding some momentum and heat for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Standing wide. Hands wide. Knees a little soft. Take your right hand towards your left foot or knee. Inhale, bring it up. And the left hand to the right. So crossing the body, exhale with each one. You can keep a soft bend in your knees. And if you don't reach to the floor, you take your hand to your opposite shin or even across to your knee or your thigh. And you fold and unfold. So that your breath can fold and unfold with you. You're just wringing out through the navel center. We're just moving our way up the body. And I do this movement every day. Open and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, good. 1. Bring your fingers in. Bring your feet together. A little soft bend in your knees. And just feel from the waist to the feet, you're a little more awake. A little tall, a little breathless. Now your toes are going to turn one way. Your hands go the other. And it's very soft. So that little twist you put into your spine. And then you give yourself a little bit of a smile. And you're right on the balls of your feet. So this is the trick when you have a kundalini teacher teaching you vinyasa. She throws in these little moments. So we could do this for 7 minutes. Or we'll just do it for 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands high, please, with me now. It matters. Down the front, exhale. Inhale up, open. And down the front, exhale. One more. And down the front, exhale. Hands high. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And feel the beat of your heart, the size of your breath. That we are alive. That we are made of light. Our legs are bright and strong. Our heart is high. May it be so. Shake it out, come to the top of your mat and put your blocks on outside edges of your feet. Some days you just have to shake it all the way out. Feet down just inside the blocks. Again, inhale, hands come up. Putting a bend in your knees, hands go wide, fold your way down, find the blocks, drop your head. Reverse out, drop your knees so you can see forward, hands go wide, sit down, stand up. Find that. Bend to the knees, hands wide, back in, look forward, and then hips up, look back. Bend to the knees, look forward, hands wide, inhale, stand up. One more like that, just to find the hinge of the hips. Sit it back, fold it down, hips up. Left foot steps back. Add a blanket if you choose. If you pad your knees, set yourself up, and put your left knee down to the floor. Take your hands up high and take yourself forward and back 3 times. Coming in and out of the shoulders, the hips, the joints, the feet, bending your right knee deeply. Your hands come down. Step back down, up. Wag of the tail, shake of the head. And the left foot will step up. And the right knee will come down and the hands will come up high and it'll go forward and back. You're coming into the joint space. You're coming in and out of your feet, in and out of your hips, out of your shoulders. Shake out your hands. And the next time you come forward, go slowly, hands to the floor. Stepping up, look forward, sit down. Hands wide and all the way up. Palms together. And go, hands up. Sit back, hands wide, look forward, and then hips up, look back. As you can, widen your seat. Step your right foot back, put your right knee down, hands up high, inhale. Again, take your hips back, and then bend that front knee and bring your hands down. Down dog, go back. And the right foot will step up. And the left knee will come down, hands up, hips back. Open it all. And then big bend in your right knee. Hands come down. Step your way up. Looking forward, seat back. This time, instead of wide, hands forward, sit down. Thumbs up, heart up, stand up. Palms together, down your back. A breath or two. Elbows in. Heels down, thighs back, ribs back, elbows up. Just let your elbows rise and your heels descend. We'll put it together. Hands up, look up. Hands forward, sit back, sit back, sit back. Hands to the blocks, lift your hips, look back. Step your left foot back, left knee down, hands up, inhale. Palms together. Take it back, thumbs down, and go forward and back with your thumbs down your back. 3. Elbows up, 2. Starting to feel the front body lengthen a little bit, elbows in, hands up, look up. And hands down to the block, step back, downward facing. Stay. Opening the inner arms, the underbelly of your dog. Left foot steps up, right knee comes down. Hands up high, palms together, down the back, forward and back. As though you were lifted by the tips of your elbows. Letting your thumbs drop towards your spine. Feeling the front body lift and lengthen, stay. Hands high. And set it down. Stepping your right up. Reach your hands forward, sit your seat down, 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 down. Hands up higher, inhale up. Down the back, tuck the chin, heels down a little quicker. Here we go. Inhale, inhale up. Sit down, hands out. Hands to the blocks, lift your hips up. Right foot steps back, right knee down. 2 hands up, inhale, take it back. Thumbs down the back. 1 time, bend your front knee. And come back, inhale up. And exhale, hands down. Down, up. Opening. Right foot steps up, left knee down, hands up high, palms together, thumbs down the back. Take it back. And hands up high, bend. Set it down. Stepping up. Look forward. Sit your seat down. Hands out. Sit deeper. Sit deeper. Can you put your heels and your hips together? Hands up, hands up, hands up. Stand up. Interlace your fingers. Press straight. Wriggle. Press your palms up and your feet down. Try to spin your heels apart And the base of your big toes down and your thumb points up, the base of your thumbs up, your shoulders down, thighs back, ribs back. And release your fingers. Good, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, sit back, looks forward. Can you sit it all the way down? Where can you go? Hands to the blocks, lift your hips, lift back. Hips up, hips up. Left foot back, left knee down, 2 hands high. Inhale, breathe out, no bind. And exhale, set it down. Step back, down, up. 3. 2. And the left foot steps up and the right knee comes down, 2 hands high, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And 2 hands down. Step up, look forward. Reach forward. Sit down, sit down, sit down. How much further can you sit down? Lift your thumbs, sit down, lift your thumbs, stand up. Interlace your fingers, press 3. Press 2. Heels down, toes up, thumbs to the ceiling. You're lengthening your whole front body. It goes up. You're dropping the back body. It goes down. Release your hands. Last time. Sit down, reach forward. Sit down, reach forward. Sit down, reach forward. Hands to blocks. Lift your hips. Right foot steps back, right knee down. 2 hands up. Inhale, bring it up. Good. And now taking your hips back, take your hands wide, turn your thumbs down, and interlace your hands behind your back. Forward. Begin to straighten your arms. Open the chest. A little wriggle. Go where you need to go. Start to lift the sternum. Good. Bending your front knee, stay. Back toes tucked under, stay. Lead with your heart. Lift your hands. Lead with your heart like you did with that squat. Lift your back knee. Lift your heart. And take your knuckles towards your back heel. Stay 3. You are strong and steady in your feet. Lift your hands. Lift your heart. Stay 2. Steady, smooth breath without fighting. Lean your heart forward over your front thigh. Put your right knee to the floor. Release your hands down and sweep up. Just take it with you. Go up and go up and go up. Your front heel draws your hips forward and it lifts your heart high. Good. And then set it down. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps up and the left knee comes down. Good. Rising up. Take your hips back and interlace your fingers. Any of these places is a great place to work. So if you simply take your hips forward and back with your hands behind you, that's a fabulous place to work. Each place is a pause. Each place is a destination. You don't need to go further. Find the place that opens the front body from your knee to your heart and stay. Lean your heart forward. Lift your back knee. Maybe there. Or draw your knuckles towards your back heel. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze and widen your gaze. Strong back leg and smooth breathing. Can I see out into the sides of my eyes, left and right? Can I see into the top and the bottom of my perspective? Good, lean forward, heart forward, lift your hands, gaze forward. Back knee to the floor. Let go, hands high. Up, 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 up. Widen your gaze. Widen your hands. Widen your throat. Widen your chest. Bring your hands down. Down dog, step back. Great work. Great work. Take your time right there. Stay. Turn your head, turn your chin. Good. High plank, hands on left. And back. Just starting to open through the shoulders, coming forward, going back. One more. Good. Hands on blocks, knees wide, toes together, child's pose, settle. Fingertips on blocks, your wrists rise, your elbows open, your hips fold back, and your knees bend deep. If you can, you bend your neck and drop your forehead. Good. Setting your blocks aside for a moment. We'll actually put them up at the right front corner of your mat. And hands down. Downward facing. Take it back. Take it back. Good. Take your right foot toward the center line and your left heel floats high. And your left heel floats higher and you press your hands down and away. Turn your chin again. Soften your left knee above you and straighten it. Soften your left knee above you and straighten it. Soften your left knee and your right knee and your elbows and straighten them. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Widen your elbows, wrap them in beneath you, and extend your arms and legs. Stay. We'll set the left foot up for warrior two. So the front foot goes flat, the back heel drops in, your blocks come inside the front, and I want you to have them at least on one edge. Warrior two. Pause. And just warm it up. Inhale, bring it up. And exhale, set it down. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, set it down. We know this. Bring it up. And set it down. Now pausing, turn your back palm open and your front palm down. Keep the front palm, just turn your back down and your back up. And your back hand down and your back hand up. A little further. Roll the thumb so it points to the floor. And then roll your thumb so it points all the way back. And roll your thumb so it points all the way down. So the shoulder joint starts to open. Take the back of your right hand against your spine. Good. Keep that. Turn your front palm open and lift your hand high. And see it with your gaze and bend your left knee. And maybe as you bend your left knee, you can snake your right hand around to catch the top of your left thigh. We'll take it back. Inhale, opening back. And then bringing your left hand down to that block. Stay. So you've got your right hand behind your back. Now let your hips go a little forward and a little back. And you're using your hips to draw that back hand. Look down as you bend your knee. Look up as your hips shift back. Look down as you bend your knee. Opening the right shoulder, the right side of your neck and throat. Look up. One more time. Look down as you bend your left knee and stay. 3. Rolling your right shoulder back. Rolling your right heel down. 2. Opening the front of the chest, the front of the throat, the collarbones. Come out the way you came in. Raise your left hand high. Straighten your left leg. Release your right hand. And come to triangle. Left hand down, right hand high. Find the blocks. Turn your right palm to face the front now and stay. So your right palm facing the front portion of your mat. Your back heel into the floor. Find all of it. And sweep it out. Right hand reaches over your head. Right arm beside your ear. And then right hand sweeps back towards your hip. Look down. Feel yourself sweep all the way from your heel to the bone behind your ear. And then look down, hand to hip, reach to your heel. Last time, take it all the way up and over. Right fingertips reach to the wall in front of you, stay. Rolling your right ribs open, standing in both feet. Press the front big toe into the floor. Open the right side body and look down, 2 hands down. Come to hands and knees. So knees down. Take that block in your left hand and put it beneath your left hand. Keep that. Tuck your left toes out to the left. Put your right foot flat. And again, sweep up, sweep over. Just take it a little bit further. Just take it a little bit further. Make a fist with your right hand, right elbow to right knee. Tuck your chin. Right foot flat, up and out. Bring your right elbow to your right knee. And then plant your foot and press out. Stay. Left toes press down, hips open, chest open. Turning your heart just a further inch. Good. Walk your left foot towards your left hand, an inch, hips open, right foot into the floor. And then right elbow bends, hands, knees, child's pose, hands on blocks, knees wide, toes together. And really feeling how the front body of your right palm, right forearm, right ribs, all the right side body is a little bit longer. Slow and deepen your breathing. So that when we rise up, you can put your hands on your block, you can tuck your toes, and allow your hips to come a little forward, back, a little forward. Just finding the balls of your feet, wrap your elbows wide and in towards the ribs, lifting the thighs. The second toe is right under the center of your heel. Legs are strong, arms are strong, gaze is steady, chest is broad, shoulders down and away from the ears. Give it one more breath. Micro movements. Legs are strong, navel long. And put your knees to the floor. Hands and knees. Stacking your blocks now right on top of left, so they're on the left front corner of your mat. Just turning so you can see me. And find your dog. Starting to feel how the navel, the abdomen is opening front and back. Hands on the floor, walk your left foot towards the center line and raise your right heel. All the space you've made, begin to gather that into your body. Feel yourself growing longer. Bend your right knee and extend it. Ha. Release your neck and your jaw. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee and your elbows. And extend them all. Reach to the ceiling. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, widen your elbows, wrap them in towards each other, and then extend all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. Step your right foot up, warrior two. Your blocks are inside that front foot, and there's at least one edge. So they're at least one block higher. Perfect. And bring yourself up to warrior two. Hands wide. And let it breathe. And your inhale, it rises up. And your exhale, it comes down. Turn your palms up. And then your palms down, shoulder blades down, bending your knee. See if you can go straight up and down rather than forward and back. Which means anchor into your heels. Just stay right there. Good. Right palm faces the floor. And again, we turn the palm open. And then turn the back palm down. Turn the back palm open more. And then the back palm down. Turn your thumb down, 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 turn it back, and then turn it all the way open. One more time, turning your thumb down, 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 down. Take the back of your hand behind you. Turn your right palm open now, and reach up, look up. Reach up, look up, straightening the front leg a little bit up out of the hips. And then bend your front knee and snake your right hand, your left hand behind you to catch the top of your right thigh. Or just behind you. Right elbow, right side. Good. Right hand, right side block. Now the hips come a little forward and back. The hips come a little forward and back. So you have the support of the blocks, and you have at least 40% of your weight on that block, which allows you to come up out of your right hip. You don't have as much weight in your hips as you think. It's in your hand and in your feet. And then you stay. Front knee bends, right hand down, wrap your left rib back, look up. And then look down and open the left shoulder away from you. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, look down, feeling how this bind is opening the collarbones, the throat, up under the point of your chin and behind your ear. One more look down. Good. And then out the way we came. Press your front foot down, release your right hand high. Take it back. Take it back, straighten your front leg, triangle right hand down to those blocks, release your left hand, sweep up, and just pause and feel the freedom that you're making. When you release a bind, there's a possibility now. And let your left hand begin to reach overhead, arm beside your ear. Plug into your left heel and sweep the left hand back to the left hip, look down. And then sweep up and over, looking up. Inhaling. Exhaling, looking down. Clearing the chest, the throat, the collarbones, your means of listening and expressing. All the ways that we block our own ears, that I cannot hear a compliment. Get it out of the collarbones, get it out of the throat, out of the shoulders. Strong in the legs, long in the fingers, stay in your triangle. And we'll bring it down. Left hand down, left knee down, and right knee back. The block in your right hand stays under your right hand. And your right toes tuck under behind you. And we just take it a little further, wrapping from the side body toward the front body. So the left hand sweeps overhead, the right toes are tucked under behind you. You're nice and long and strong. Open. Steady. That we could hear. And we could fully integrate what is said to us without fear and without the vision in our body of our past. Make a fist with your elbow, make a fist with your hand, and bring your elbow to your knee. Good. And then plug into the floor and extend. I am this. Elbow to knee, curl in, cower, and release. Expose. Walk your right toes towards your right hand, send your right hip forward, broaden the pelvis, the throat, the hand, the breath. That we could hear all that is whispered. I am this. Look down, hands down, child's pose, hands on blocks. Now you may stay child's pose, just like this. Fabulous. Settle. Settle. Good. Working there or lining your blocks so that you have this shape end to end. To bring your elbows, your palms together like the way we began in our warm-up. Palms together, head down, inside the arms. And we'll stay 5 full breaths. Fingertips may point to the ceiling, palms together, hands in prayer, or the thumbs slowly drop towards the spine. Your elbows walk forward, your seat walks back, your thumbs to your spine. Take your time. Each inch along the way is a posture. Spine where you are served. Open your breath, open your upper back. Let go a little further. You got 2 breaths to go. You can do it. You can do it. Wag at the tail. Let it through you. Let it through you. Point your fingertips to the ceiling. Lift your head from the floor. Release your fingertips to the floor. Walk your hands back to find your downward facing dog and simply begin to notice the space you've created on the underside of that dog. Through the chest, through the armpits, through the ribs, the inner lining of the ribs, a bend in the knees, the tail sits higher. We'll go back to work the hamstrings now. Opening the chest, base of the thumbs down, wrap your outer arms back, free your throat from your shoulders. Go 2. Go 1. Good. Step your right foot up, step your left foot up, lift halfway. Fold down. Fingertips to the block, sit your seat back, look forward, reach forward, sit your seat back and drop your seat, drop your seat, drop your seat, lift your thumbs. So this is full thunderbolt, this is full chair. Seat down as much as you can, thumbs up as much as you can, press down, stand tall, interlace your fingers, press up. Soften your shoulders, soften your gaze. You're going to have a little bit of a rush. Stay. Let the energy move up and through you. Stay. Heels down and drawn apart. Inner thighs roll back. Ribs back. Shoulders soft. Keep making space. Keep arriving. Keep a sensation of energy moving through the body, up through the face, crown of the head, out the palms of the hands. Clearing your antenna, clearing your signal. Hands a little higher, press into the thumb side. And then palms together, bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in. Thumbs to your heart. If that's a half hour and you have a half hour, you are changed. If you're leaving now, give it at least 3 minutes of Shavasana. Just rest on your back and feel what you've made. You are an open conduit. All that you're here to share. Otherwise, shake it out. Big back circles through the arms. One and then the other. Widening your feet. Each circle's a ha, 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 ha. Whisper. Faster. 3, 2, both hands interlace behind your back, knuckles down, hard up, step your feet so the base of the big toes touch. Bring it back in. Knuckles down, chest broad, bringing your forearms towards each other, heart high, chin in, back of the neck long. Ribs in. So heels down, knuckles down, chest broad. Your arms are so strong. And the more you firm your arms, the broader your upper back will become. The broader your upper back, the more the tuck of your chin and the greater the length through the back of the neck, the base of the skull. Go. It's firm, it's strong, it's clear. Go 3, 2. And as you release your hands, relax them completely and let your hands float. We are sustained. The work here is not entirely ours. We are sustained. Shake it out and get your strap. See if you can feel that we're opening the upper back, we're opening the chest, and yet if we were to isolate this movement comes out of the legs, comes out of the hips, that little crazy buoyant move we did right here. If you were to do that right now, you'd start to feel it very differently. And no one would know. So you could do that and it would be awesome. Take your strap. Want it to be wide enough that you can come up and over the shoulders without using your eyebrows or your jaw. And that one shoulder doesn't go first. So sometimes when our strap is tight, we have this sort of little circus act that we come on with. And it's really just going to be so steady. So that you can feel it in your breath. So that once you've found this steady opening, then we're going to have a little bit more heart high and a little bend of your knees, tail back like we did when we warmed up. And you press your feet down and you lift your heart high and you broaden your chest. And as we open up, we get it all the way down into the feet. When you can feel your breathing change, go one more, go up, go open. And then with the knees bent and the hands out, move side to side. Knees bent, hands straight out, tuck of the chin, arms beside your ears, move it side to side, finding the outer waist, finding the outer hips. Let your body find its way, go 3. As far as it will turn, go 2. And go 1. Hands up high, take it all the way behind you, all the way down, turn your palms back to face away. Your strap shortens. Heart high, shoulders down, heels down, top of the mat. Step your left foot back. Your heels are in 2 separate lines, so widen your left heel slightly. Your heels in line with your hips. Square your hips. Knuckles down, heart high. Remember that lunge when we began? So we'll find it again, bending your front knee. Lift your back heel. Hop your back foot back a step. Heart forward. Look forward. Arms strong. Now knuckles back, lift your heart. Lift your heart. Lift your heart. Lift your back thigh. 3. Lift your hands. 2. Coming out the same way, you lean your heart forward. You hop your back foot closer. Drop your back heel and lift your heart. Take all that with you. Strong back leg from that lunge. Lead with your heart. Lift your hands. Fold your chest to your front leg. Hands over. Go 3. Strong back leg as you did with your lunge. Squaring your hips. Chest is broad. Hands dropping over and over. Lift your right hip up and back behind you, long through the hamstring, long through the spine, forehead to the shin when you're there. The way out is the way in. Hands down, look forward, lift your heart, look forward, look up. Look forward, step left foot to right, and stand. Stay. Control it. It's a big shift. Stay. Out of the breath, out of the breath, out of the shoulders, out of the face. Stay. We can do bigger things when we do them with calm and with command. Right foot steps back. So finding feet are flat to the floor, back heel is strong. From that back heel, you wrap your right hip forward. Right hip forward, right side lifting, right heart. So the whole right side is open, right? Lean your heart forward. Bend your front knee, lift your back heel, and you'll hop that back foot back so slightly. Finding your full lunge, reach your knuckles back towards your heel, press your heel back, firm your right leg. Your back leg is your anchor, lift your heart. So lifting the heart, lift the right thigh, lift the gaze, widen your eyes. Widen your smile. Ha! It is not here to break you, it is here to light your light. Heart up, back thigh strong. And lean forward, coming out the way we went in. Hop the back foot slightly forward. Back heel to the floor, lift your heart. And straighten the front leg, square it out. Good, keep it all. Lift the back thigh, lift the gaze. And here's our pose, lift the hands. Lead with your heart. Lead with your heart. Lead with your heart to fold over the front thigh. Wrap your right hip forward. And breath at a time, your hands are falling over and over the shoulders. Left hip back, back of the left hamstring so long. Find a full sweet breath. You are calm and in command. Opening the joints without force. Without fear. Lengthen your body, lengthen your spine. One more, let it in. Good. Hands back, soft bend in the front knee, press straight down. Look forward, look up. Look forward, stand tall. Right foot steps to the left, stay tall. Right hand releases the strap. Just stay. Feel the levity. We are made for evolution. We are made from evolution. Participate in it. Let it through you. Turn the chin, shake it out. One more place. We're going to take the left hand, has the strap, right? Left hand goes high. And the strap goes down my back and I bend my elbow. Right? Just like I had the block under my elbow. And I'm all warmed up, left heel down. Right hand holds your left elbow, go up. Press your left heel down, lift your right heel. So that your elbow is going up and a little to the right. And your left heel is going down. Your right heel is high. Excellent. And find center. Good. Right heel to the floor. Right hand wide, thumb to the floor. Take the back of your hand to your spine. And hold the strap where you find it. Don't create more tension. Don't try to meet your hands. Just hold the strap where you find it. Good. Step your left foot back. Heels on two separate lines, hips square, just like you did, but this is the full pose. The back of your head into the forearm. Lift your back thigh, keep your back leg strong. And then lean forward. Lean forward, square your hips. Square your hips, gaze forward. Now this may be where you stay. Find where your hamstrings allow. Find where the back of your arms allow. And eventually ribs over thigh, head to forehead to shin. Squaring that left elbow down toward the floor, the right elbow up toward the sky. Stay 3. Stay 2. Lifting your elbow, a bend in the front knee, press straight down to rise straight up. Gaze forward, legs strong. Stay. Stay. And the left foot steps beside the right. Pause. Right hand keeps the strap. Left release, and left hand down. And right hand down. Just feel. Feel, feel, feel. Left side versus right side. That the left side will be going up and the right side will be going down. Just see if you can notice that. Right hand high. Bend your elbow down your back. So left hand holds your right elbow up. Right heel down, lift your left heel. Just opening that whole right side. Right heel down, right elbow up. Up, 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 up. Open it all. Open it all. And then left heel down. Left hand goes wide. Turn your thumb down, your palm back. And then the back of your hand to your spine. So delicious. Step your right foot back. Right. So that the foot steps back, that is your elbow up. Chest is broad, square your hips, you're nice and strong. Everything you've made has built this pose. If you don't fold at all, this is a tremendous place to be. Or back of your head against your forearm. Begin to lead with your heart, your seat back, the way we warmed up. And your heart is coming forward and the backs of your legs are long and strong. You're squaring your hips and you may stay parallel, perpendicular, parallel to the floor. Or you begin to fold and you're exploring right hip forward, left hip back. Right hip forward, left hip back. Until the ribs find the thigh, until your forehead finds your shin. Right elbow points down, left elbow points up. Stay 3. Find the place you sustain with command. 2. Legs are strong, breath is steady and smooth. To come out the way we came in, lifting the elbow, lifting the gaze, bend your left knee. Lift your heart, lift your elbow, stand tall, keep it. We just stay, pause 2 breaths. Square the hips, square the chest, let it through you. Your back heel into the floor. Open the right hip, right hip, right hip. And then step up. Right hand releases. Left hand set that strap down. And just feel. Heels down, thighs back, hands free, chest broad. Back of your neck is long. The back from the base of your neck across your shoulders is broad. This is our ability to listen. The tops of your shoulders getting tight around your ears is you holding and defending yourself from what you're hearing. I want this to be open and broad. The front of your chest is open and free. This is you expressing. If it's too lifted to the chest, this is you bossing around the people that you encounter. I want yourself to be balanced, front and back. And shake out the hands and shake out the feet in the way that little crazy put. Here we go. So soft, out the fingers. Toes turn, hands turn. Toes turn, hands turn. Then keep your hands together. Turn with your elbows. Turn in your spine. Turn. Yeah. Ha, 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 ha. 5, ha, 4, ha, 3, ha, 2, ha, 1. Hands up. And down, and then stand and feel front, back, even and broad. I know this. Hands up. Top of the mat. Sit your seat back, sit your seat back, sit your seat back. How deeply can you get your hips towards your heels, feet flat on the floor? Go, Jenna, go, Jenna, go. And hands down, hips up, take a chin, drop your head. Hands down, walk yourself back, unfold your blanket one time if you're using it just to pad your hips a little bit. And bring it all the way to belly down. You have made so much space in the front body and in the front chest. Coming to Sphinx. So setting your blocks forward, forearms down, elbows down, tops of your feet flat. And just pause. In the nose, out the nose. Letting your hips and thighs become heavy. Letting your hips and thighs and tops of feet become heavy. Feel that as you let the tops of your feet drop, you start to draw your heart a little higher. Your fingertips so slightly drawing your navel forward. Your elbow tips so slightly broadening, widening the collarbones and the throat. Pelvis is heavy, that is number one. Thighs are heavy, that is number two. Toes extend, that is number three. Only then the fingertips draw the navel forward up out of the low back. Widen with your elbows. Now, heart, draw your chin in a half inch. Lengthen through the back of the neck until the back of the neck equals the front of the throat. The Sphinx is actually an enormously busy and attention building posture. Pelvis heavy. Outer hips wrapped forward. Thighs heavy. Legs longer to the toes. From the legs, fingertips. Draw your heart up. Elbows widen. Broaden your back. No force, just invitations everywhere. Now build your breath inside that form you've made. The lungs are free. One more. Pelvis heavy, thighs heavy, fingertips, elbows, breath. Excellent. Pivot on your left elbow so that your left forearm is parallel with the top of your mat. Bend your right knee and reach back. Catch your pants. Catch your pants. And then you bring the top of your foot towards your hip as though you were going to stand the sole of your foot on your hip. If you are able, you're going to pivot your fingers over the fronts of your toes. Level 3, you put the sole of the foot on the floor beside your hip. I'm not recommending this. Otherwise, stay in your Sphinx. Right thigh, right thigh, right thigh. You can always use your belt as your strap instead of your hand. And as you release, right forearm down, right palm to the floor. You're parallel with the top of the mat. Bend your left knee. Walk your knee a little closer so knees aren't flaring wide. Left hand back. Catch the ankle or top of foot. Coming to the top of your foot, you bring your fingertips over your toes and your elbow up. And the way I learned that move, best way to get at it is in a swimming pool, because then you're supported and there's a little more freedom in your hip joint. So given that it's summer and somebody might be in a pool, you can work on coming over your toes in the pool. And now find your Sphinx. Pelvis down, thighs heavy, heart long, chest broad. Breath at a time, bringing your foot toward the floor. Good, and let him go. All right. Just like our locust. In our kundalini, hands back, tuck your toes, bring your feet in, make a fist, and put it under your hips. Put your chin into the floor. Lift your knees and go one at a time. We're just going to do 10. So we've been doing this all month. Chin deep into the floor. Lift your navel to your spine. And just find that little bit of a walk. So this would be your modification. It's just a pause with your foot about. You can rest it even on the heel and press into your heels. Otherwise, I will reposition my hands, turn your palms down. Walk your palms under your hips and walk your arms under your chest. Bending your left knee. Press your palms down. Press your chin down. Lift your right leg and rest your right leg on your left thigh. Palms down, broaden your chest. Palms down, and then squaring the hip. Press the left knee down. Press the palms down. To go further, lift your right foot an inch or two off that left stage 3. Press your palms down. Press your palms down. Your legs become effortless. Press your palms, your whole length of your arm to navel to spine, and set it down. It is not a posture that is gentle. We're building something. Bend your right knee. Press your palms down. Press your right knee down to lift your left leg. Put your leg in your right foot. There we go. Beautiful. Press your palms down. Press into your chin. Firm your legs. And maybe lift the left foot an inch. Same 3. Find it. Find that edge. Find that place where you can just press and stay, rinsing the week out of you, and set it down. Turn your head to one side. Release your hands. And let your hips wash out. Mighty, shake out the feet, shake the heels in and out. Wag the tail, hands and knees. From your hands and knees, tuck your chin and drop your head. Wag the tail. Side to side to side. Drop your head, move side to side. And then move side to side a little quicker. Moving your ear from shoulder to shoulder. As your hips move side to side, from ear to your shoulder. Keep with it, keep with it, keep with it, keep with it. Still, so that goes from incoherence when you begin, it becomes coherence because we understand it. And we get into its rhythm. We find 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, dog. Down, dog. Hands and knees, and you're going to just turn right over on your back. Right over on your back. Draw your knees to your chest, and again, just shake out the feet, shake out the knees. Let your low back grow long, let your chest be broad, shake out your feet, shake out your feet, shake out your feet, shake out your feet more. You see how we do these actions and we build and we build and we build and we get to a peak and then we shake it out? That rhythm of class today is so important. We build, we build, we build, we find our edge, but then we loosen and release. Feet flat. Otherwise, a lot of us are living at our edge, and then that just builds. And without the shake, without the release, all we know is that edge, and we get exhausted. Feet flat. Feet flat. If a lot is a lot and it's enough, lift your hips and add a block and do a restorative bridge. And so you would simply lift your hips, turn it lengthwise, and your hands on either side. Just tuck your upper arms closer and hold the edge of the block. It's a great bridge. Fingertips wrapped around the far edge of the block. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another, so the backs of your arms are strong into the floor. And just stay. The arms firm will lift the chest.
Or bending your elbows, palms face each other. Press your elbows straight down to lift your hips. Press your heels straight down. Press your heels straight down. And then tuck a shoulder, tuck another, and stay. We've made a lot of space in the chest, so a full bridge is definitely available if you want it. Interlace your fingers. Draw your forearms closer. Draw your knuckles to your heels. Stand in your feet. Let your inner thighs drop towards each other and press your inner heels into the floor. And now use your breath to explore the pelvis, to widen your abdomen, and to lift your heart, back of your head into the floor. Letting yourself change. One more. Let you release your hands, elbows down, and roll down through the spine. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Tail is last. If you're on a block, set it aside. Step your heels 1/2 step forward. Rest your hands on your thighs and press away. Look for a sensation of opening through the hips, belly, the face, the low back. On your exhalation, just release your shoulders. Release where you've been. Release who you've been. Draw your right knee to your chest and interlace your fingers right there. Draw it close, draw it close, draw it close. Shake out the right foot. And let the left leg go out long. Let the left leg be heavy. Let the left leg be heavy, firm. And as you firm that left leg, it opens the left hip. The left heel on the floor. Get long from heel to toe in your mind. Right hand holds the shin, left hand overhead. Go longer. And with your hand overhead, open the back of your knee so that the back of your knee becomes long. And the front of your hip becomes long. Bring your left hand to your left shin and shake out your feet. Good. Interlace your fingers over your left shin. Keep it close, draw it close. Start there. So find that anchor, knee to chest, and then slowly the right leg goes long. Go longer. Go longer. Find the center of your right heel. Open your heel. Open across the ball of your right foot. And as you open the ball of your right foot, open the right hip. And drop your right thigh. And drop your shoulders. And your jaw. And your expression. And the right hand overhead. And reach. Right hand. Right armpit lengthens. The arch of your right foot grows long. The tips of your toes to your heel is long. Open the back of your right knee. Opening. Opening. And then bring it in, hands to shins. Shake the feet. I will turn this over. And that move you just made will just come right onto the top of that. And it will begin the preparation or the completion of hanumanasana splits. Or if you've had a big week, and this has been a big practice so far, stay. Feet flat, widen your heels, toes point in, thighs fall in, hands down or overhead. And I will return in a moment. And we will conclude. If you keep your knees here, I want you to keep lengthening the back of your spine. Going on with me momentarily, knees to the chest, roll yourself all the way up and over.
It's really useful to have blocks here. Blocks are what keep you safe. Fold your blanket in half. That's for your back knee. Blocks come on either side. So hanumanasana prep, come into kneeling upright. All the openings you need are right here. The body's so prepared for you. Step your right foot forward. Right, bend the front knee. And find the blocks on either side. Back toes are tucked under, that's important, that's safety. Now a little forward and back. A little forward and back. Right, send your hips back, draw your toes of your front foot back, a little fold. Square your hips, not a big fold, just the right outer hip reaching back and the right inner heel reaching forward. Maybe that's your pose. Could be awesome. Slight bend in the front knee. Your blocks go a little bit forward, press down to free your front heel, a step forward. A little forward, a little back. Pause. Or press into your blocks, front heel a little forward, hips a little forward, hips a little back. Eventually, coming off the mat, it gets a little smoother. Now, one option here is to take one of your blocks and put it underneath your hamstring. Keep the other down under your hand. And then so I put my right block under my hip and my right hand high. Press my left toes down and square my left hip forward. If possible, lift the back knee. 3. Square the left hip forward. Draw your front heel back towards your hip. 2. Up, open. You feel safe. You feel frisky. Interlace your fingers, palms up. Press into your feet. Good. 2 hands down. The way you come out is weight into the left hand block. Free the other block. Press down to draw your right foot back. Kneel. Super safe, super supportive. Left foot forward. A little forward, a little back. Opening the hips, just like we've done the whole time. Right hip coming forward, hip going back. So if you did not go on with me and you're resting in your bridge, knees together, simple twist, dropping to the one side, turn your chin away from your knees. Just change sides after 3 breaths and find your shavasana. And we go on in our split. So hips go a little bit back, draw your left toes back. Draw your left heel towards your left hip and that will lengthen your spine. It's a strong place. It's not about folding. It's about drawing your heel towards your hip. Just finding that action because that's the action that will keep you safe as you deepen into your splits. So if you're on your back, let your legs go long and just settle into your shavasana. Now walk your hands a little bit forward. Good. And the left heel forward. You're making your way, opening the right, squaring the left. Maybe the heel goes forward, maybe you go flat to the floor. Right? If you don't go flat to the floor, take your left side block and put it underneath your left thigh. Right back under towards the hip. Now your right hand has support. Your left hand, if you're ready, bring it up. Your right toes square the hips. If you choose, right leg off the floor. Everything you've made. Opening the backs of your hamstrings and opening the front of your chest. Or knee to the floor. Steady, feel safe. 2 hands up. Interlace your fingers. Drawing that left heel back towards your left hip. Press your right toes down. All of it right together. 3. Broaden the balls of your feet. Lengthen your feet. Find the tips of your toes. 1 more. And then the way you came in, right hand down to the block. Press down, lean right. Take the block from the left. Press down into the blocks to draw your left foot back. Good. Tuck your toes. Child's pose. Head on block or head to the mat. Hands back.
So there's your 60-minute mark.
Likely, if you chose that resting bridge and you rested and you found your small twist, knees together, moving side to side, and you're ready. Find your shavasana. Let yourself rest, and there's a good 60 minutes. If you're here with me in splits, or if you're on your back and you want to go further, I'll just build it into a pigeon and a forward fold, and we'll release the back and find our seat. So, setting the blocks on either side, find your downward facing dog, or enjoy your shavasana. You draw your left knee up behind your left wrist. You fold your blanket in half. The blanket, you want to put the point to 10 o'clock, so that when I put my knee behind my wrist, I can rest my outer hip onto that blanket. Back toes are tucked under, hands to blocks. And your hands pressed down, the heart comes up, walk your back knee back and put the top of your foot flat. Square your hips and just stay, not going anywhere racy, just gently rocking your right hip forward. Press your outer left knee to the floor. You've made so much space. Left hand to your left thigh, press down, press away, as though you were sending it towards the left side of your mat. If you like, you can bring your right hand back, but don't collapse in the low back. Long through the belly. All the space you've made, let's use it to fold it out. Walk your hands forward to your forearms. Or on your back. You know what I mean? Enjoy your knee into your chest. You've made a lot of good space right here. Now walk yourself over to the left. Walk yourself over to the left and bring your belly over your left thigh. Walk your hands out long and let the whole right side get a little longer. Drop your head as you can. Just slowing down, cooling down, less effort, less heat. Into the center, staying low, over to the right side. So now you're reaching out towards 2 o'clock. Left outer knee down, left outer waist, left outer hip. Just explore what you can do. Roll it around. Letting the outer knee become heavy. And back into the center. Change sides. Tuck your toes. Step it back. Pressing your left hand down, your left hip high, your left heel back. Let that line open up. And turn your blanket to point to 2 o'clock. Enjoy your right knee behind your right wrist. Bringing your right hip to the blanket. If you need to, you can double the blanket over, holding it one extra fold to give you a little extra height, a little extra support. Hands on blocks if you choose to start. Using the back toes behind you to just let that left hip come a little bit forward and sink into your hips. As you set up, right hand to your right thigh, and you're just rolling the thigh towards the right edge of your mat, and you're letting that open the low pelvis. And that sensation with the leg back behind you, the freedom in your low abdomen. This space, how we relate to things, how we create what surrounds us, what we choose, what we keep, what we put aside. All the polarity. Let that have space. Let that have space from your hip to your navel. Then you walk your forearms down. Forearms to the floor. Maybe forearms on blocks if that's better. Again, keep it watery. Keep it fluid. And both hands step to the right. You can come back onto your palms. You can support your chest on a block. You can use your hands on blocks here. All good.
Just as you walk towards the right thigh and let your hips fall to the left, with a deep lengthening around the left hip, guiding your breath down into your pelvis, all the layers that intersect, intertwine, let them lengthen. Walk through center,
Hands step towards 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Down and away.
and let your hips fall to the right, feeling from the right side of your spine to the right outer hip. Let it move, let it roll a little bit. This water element. Extra breath, extra space. To the center. Down, down. When we relieve the sort of chronic contractions of our body, we find the lines of our limbs. There's a quiet. Legs long, hips high, heels low. Last dog. So your thumbs falling down, outer arms roll back, knees soft a moment, lift, lengthen the seat, lengthen through the low back, and then lengthen from your heel to your toe. Turn to the chin, last dog. And set yourself up, building your seat, legs crossed.
So I take this thick rectangle, setting it in the center of the mat, finding legs crossed. We sweep out side to side. And this may be your last posture if you choose. Letting the spine, even shaking out your hands, eyes closing. I will take this into a kriya. There will be 3 gestures, very simple, just in the hands. We'll be seated. You can do it in a chair if the seat doesn't work. Each of those will maintain for 3 minutes. And at the end, we'll hold the breath, we'll pause, and then we'll blow it out 3 times. And then we'll go to the next gesture. The gesture will open the shoulders, the chest. You'll go up the back of the neck into the base of the brainstem. Into the state of mind that you'll carry into the rest of the day. Let your hand drop behind your head, just like your class. Gets a little deeper into the body. And at the end of those 3 gestures, we'll have 3 minutes of stillness. And just feeling it all the way through us. And to the center, hands on thighs, find your seats. Any adjustment that you need, any extra layer. As I sit, I love to have an extra layer so that I don't get cold without noticing. And then I'll end up sort of stiff. So we did some good work for the hips and low back. If you have an extra blanket, wrap it around the hips, the low back, keep it safe. If you would like to, under quick kriyas, you can pop in your music. Otherwise, I'll hold the space. The music will be our timer. It's a little bit of crazy music on purpose. We're changing the state of the brain. Changing the state of the brain. Hands on thighs, eyes closed. Become steady. Become steady. Spine tall, seat down. Bring your hands up. Fold your thumb into your palms. And then fold your fingers over the last 2 fingers over your thumbs. The first 2 fingers pointing. Super steady. Now let your fingertips point towards each other and elbows wide. Modification, drop your elbows, fingers the height of your heart. Awesome. And then you take your elbows back and your fingers are in line with your elbows. And then in, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. I'm going at little moon. It's so steady. So if you'd like to try it out, your elbows are the height of your shoulders. Just start there. Let your spine move. Where does your body want to go? Where does your body want to go? We're using this to just absolutely rinse everything out. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. In and out through the nose. Close your eyes. You're going to start to feel it through the upper back, through the shoulders. Let your spine come forward and back. Let it rinse you out. If you need to, drop your elbows a little bit. Looser. Keep turning your chin. Shake out the neck if you need to. Anytime you need to, put it down, shake it out. Where does your body want to go? Where does your body want to go? Where does your breath need to go? Here we go. I am this. Through the spine, forward and back, loosen the seat. If it gets sticky, loosen it. All the way from the seat. And if you choose adding on, your mouth makes an O, in and out that O. 1 minute. Round into that upper back, keep releasing your shoulders, 30 seconds. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring it back. Hold the breath. Bring your teeth together. Squinch up your face. Hold your body tight, tight, tight. Make it O with your mouth. Exhale, out, down, down. In. Hold. Last 2 fingers, hold your thumbs, elbows back, heart up. Hold, hold, hold. Flex your feet. Mouth is an O. Inhale. Make fists. Draw your elbows back. Heart up. Elbows in. Close, 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 close. Mouth makes an O. Out. Shake. Hands to thighs. Be still and feel. Back of the neck. Shoulders, the arms, the hands, the face. Back of the neck long. Excellent. Shake it up. Hands up. First 2 fingers come together. Last 2 fingers fold down and use your thumbs to hold them down. So now the thumb's on top. You're going to make little outward circles with your hands. Little outward circles. So they go out and then away from each other. You're going to make that little O. Now you can go anywhere you need to go. So it's a great repair for what you just did. Elbows are down, fingers point up, close your eyes, find your breath, and get in to right now. Removing where you've been. If your body needs to move side to side, you let it go. You move through the shoulders, through the elbows. It can be very small, it can get big. Nice and steady. It can be absolutely tiny. You can do it. If it's new to you and you're like, what are we doing? Make it small. Make it small. Little outward circles. Loosen your shoulders, loosen your body every once in a while. Let it through you so you don't get stuck. You're not generating strain or constraint. And then that movement will free you up and you'll get quiet again. You'll get steady. You got 30 seconds. Go. Five, four, three, two, one. Breathe in. Again, hold the breath, making fists. Elbows go back. Seat goes down. Heart comes up. Out the rounded mouth, O. Breathing in. Hold, fists, heart up, chin in, frowning, teeth together. Gather, 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 gather. Hold. Rounded mouth, out like a cannon. In. Drawing in and up, you pause. Fists, elbows, teeth, face, hold, steady. 5, 4, 3, cannon breath, out. Hands on thighs, sit tall, be still, be free. I am this. Shoulders easy, broad and bright. Back of the neck wide. Slow steady. Palms open. Fold the last 2 fingers in, hold with your thumbs. Really roll your palms open and feel that roll your heart up and your seat down. This might be your pose. It'd be great. Widen your elbows. As you widen your elbows, palms open. Roll the pinky edge of your hand up, heart up. Long, steady breath. Feel it grow. Heart comes up, back of the neck long. Roll the pinky edge of your hands to the ceiling. Roll your sternum up. Roll your shoulder blades to your spine. Breathe into that. Shake it out as you need to. As you're ready, extend. Arms straighten. Roll the pinkies up, the palms open. Experience your breathing. Feel it grow. Keep rolling open. You're rolling your chest open. You are rising. If it needs a little movement, get a little movement. Feel it grow. Feel it grow. Yeah. From the tips of your fingers, roll. Shoulder blades to your spine. Gathering. Feel it. The shoulders widen. The breath widens. Extend. Rotate. Feel it in your bones. If you need to wriggle around inside of it, make it fit, turn your chin, and come back. Feel it rise. Watch it grow. Big breath. If you need to, you bend your elbows and keep rolling those shoulders back and down. 30 seconds. It's rolling your heart up. Feel it in your blood. Feel it in your bones. Seat down. Watch it grow. Inhale. Make fists, bring it in, elbows bend, fist beside your rib, hold, mouth like an O, exhale, shake it out. Inhale. Hold, fists, rise, heart up, chin, hold, hold, hold. In. Hold. Eyes closed, hands on thighs. Tall and still. Inviting a sensation of reset. Going where this energy takes you. Being guided. Being supported and encouraged. Micro movements, let yourself be rearranged. Chest, the back, face. I am this, regal and reverent. Following the energy. The breath is steady and full. I am this sweet being of light. Roll your shoulders quietly, unfold. 3 minutes, just like that. Your legs extend, shake them out. Open the backs of your knees, open the eyes of your elbows. Arrive, sweet rest.
Let your breath be full, smooth. Let it explore all the openings you've made. Fall in just 30 seconds further. Walking your feet in. Hold your shins. Wash over side to side. Of the feet. And gently up. Deep seat. Always, always, if you have the time, stay in your Shavasana. Sweeping tall as you arrive. Palms together down the middle. Inhaling, opening. Down, down. And we'll do one Om, just sweeping wide, A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head. Thumbs to your forehead center. We show up, burn brightly in the moment, hold nothing back. When the moment is over, when our work is done, we step back and let go. I see myself. I say Sat Nam. Namaste, I see you. Namaste. Have a fantastic Saturday. Give that some time. That was really a mighty piece of work, front and back. If you have time and you're feeling a little more Shavasana, a little more, just lie back, take your time, slow it down. We all need a little less doing and a whole lot of care right now. I'll see you tomorrow for Kundalini, 8 to 9, or replay it when you get up. Until next week, my loves. Sat Nam, Namaste.